open market sense right here on ET now, still looking quiet for the index, though it has picked up a little bit from the lows of the day. But Mandhana Industries, that's the stock price in focus. The company just delivered its second quarter numbers. Manish Mandhana, MD at the company, joins in to talk more about how the quarter looked. Now, just going through your numbers, while profitability looks okay, your margins have declined this time around, Manish, almost 15%. Why was that? Was it because of the rising cotton prices?
Absolutely. I mean, basically the cotton prices have been fluctuating a lot of late. But going forward, we've kind of covered ourselves with enough reserves of yarn for the next 6 months. And if you see our profitability, it has kind of jumped to 93% compared to last year's quarter. But EBITDAs have gone down a couple of percent purely due to the rising input costs.
Right. So how would the cost factor work out in the next 2 quarters? Would you see margins being stable at the current levels, or are the rising input costs still putting a pressure?
In fact, we'll have better 2 quarters going forward because we've kind of covered ourselves for the future business. Even the price rise has been given to our customers because internationally everybody is aware of the fact about the cotton price. It's a universal fact that cotton prices have shot up almost 100% in the last 1 year. So now customers are passing on the price rise, and you know this quarter was the startup of all that. But I think going forward everybody is aware of it, and we will come back to our original EBITDAs.
Manish, you were just talking about as to how 95% of your exports come from the European Union region. Have you seen any impact purely because of the economic scenario that Europe as a region is facing?
Frankly, the space we are in Europe is mainly the mid to high-end space. And in the last 2-3 years, we've tied up with some really big groups in Europe. So as a company, for us, it has not impacted. In fact, we are on a expansion spree now. We are almost tripling our garment manufacturing capacities purely because of the demand that we have, and we can see going forward. But we've kind of not been hit by it because of the number of customers we have, and we've kind of grown our space in terms of clients.
Okay, a couple of questions. Firstly, just to get the numbers straight, would the next 2 quarters, depending the currency stays at the current levels, would you still have some bit of forex gains due to outstanding hedges that you may have?
Well, to be honest, 50 to 60% of our business is always hedged through a plain vanilla forward with the banks, and we also have a natural hedge in terms of working capital loans that we avail in foreign currency. So we are sorted out for the next 6 months. We have a very clear visibility of the business that we have for the next 6 months. And I think the next 2 quarters are going to be fantastic for us.
You raised about what, 108 crore rupees via the IPO? How much of that sum has been deployed, and what's the part going to look like? What are you going to do with it?
The objects of the issue was basically to expand our capacities in weaving, to take it from 18 million meters to about 36 million meters. That project is already on its way, and I think the last quarter of the year we'll see that project upcoming. Apart from that, we are adding about 4 million pieces of garment manufacturing facility in Tarapur as well, which also will be commencing by March 2011. In addition to that, we've also further expanded our garment manufacturing capacity purely looking at the demand situation, and we are setting up a factory to make about 4 million pieces in Baramati High-Tech Textile Park. I think we've got a lot of new capacities going to be coming in next year, and it will have a fantastic impact on the top line and bottom line.
Manish, what happens because of this? I mean, there's just some news coming in about how the European Union has allowed duty-free access to Pakistan for textiles, to Pakistan textiles, and people say that it's negative. It's going to be negative for Indian textile companies because it renders it uncompetitive. Also, I mean, the currency situation is much in Pakistan's favor. What happens next?
For sure. I mean, basically Pakistan is more strong into the coarser counts. I mean, we as a company are not really getting impacted because we are making apparel, we are making finer fabrics. Pakistan is more into the coarser counts, and those counts are used mainly for home furnishing, terry towels, bottom wear.
What happens to the terry towel companies in India?
Of course, it will have a little bit of a disadvantage to those kind of companies because 10% to 12% duty knockoff is a lot when you import something. Bangladesh is enjoying the same situation in apparel with the GSP being 10% you know, the importers in Europe pay 10% less because it's been given a special status. Similarly, Pakistan, which was flood hit and had a bad time in terms of economy, obviously they're getting that support from EU, and it will have a slight impact but there's universally the demand is huge, and I feel even domestically we are growing a lot. I mean, we are growing many folds, and I guess the entire concentration of textile manufacturing is focused in Asian subcontinent now.
Indeed. So give us an EPS target for the fiscal end.
I think we'll stick to about 22. That should be something that we are looking at.
For FY11.
Yeah, and we're quite confident to achieve it.
On a diluted equity base.
Yeah.
Great, Manish. Thanks so much.
Thank
and congratulations on a
Thank
good
you.
quarter. That's Madana Industries. 22 rupees EPS for FY11. 2.5% up in trade today, trading at 285. You can do your math. Textile companies, anyways, doing fairly well in the last few days. Take a break, come back and talk about the markets in